There is a big problem with the new e-scooter craze in Portland. Not enough people are wearing a helmet, but today PBOT tried to change that. The Bureau of Transportation hosted an e-scooter safety event downtown at Broadway and Oak. They handed out safety information to scooter users, and representatives from all three e-scooter companies were there handing out free helmets to the people who showed up. More than 500 helmets were handed out on a first-come, first-served basis. Riders we talked to admitted helmets aren't always used, but they will be now.
Tell you the truth, this is the first time I've used a helmet. It's a little tough when you spontaneously jump on a scooter to have a helmet with you.
Okay, it is against state law to ride without a helmet. A lot of riders seem to ignore that law. The e-scooters are part of a 120-day pilot program. It runs through November 20th. PBOT will then decide if the program will continue.